Hi, welcome to session 2 of this online training course. This session will show you how to add accessibility options to your survey, including easy read, sign language, read aloud and voice recording. It will take about 15 minutes to complete. At the end of session 1, your training survey will look like this. Before starting this session, I suggest that you download the easy read images from the online help. These can be found here under Session 2 and Learning Materials. The Easy Read images are here, and if you right-click on the image, you have the option to save the image onto your machine. Above, you will also find the YouTube links to the sign language videos. We will refer back to these later. Let's begin. Click the Edit button, and then you'll be taken into the Build mode. From the left-hand menu, select Form Behaviour. Here you can see the various accessibility modes which can be activated for your survey. As a survey builder, you can choose which accessibility modes you want to activate. For the purpose of this training video, we're going to activate them all. When you have done this, select Compose in the left-hand menu. You'll be familiar with this view from the first training session. However, you will now see some additional icons in the bottom right-hand corner. These correspond to the accessibility modes which you have activated for the form. They all work in a similar manner. For now, there's nothing you need to do as a survey builder to offer the voice recording mode, apart from to activate it under Form Behaviour. Let me show you how that mode works. If we go to Test, we can see the accessibility options on the test ribbon on the right hand side. Notice how activating the voice recording mode changes the presentation of this text-based question. When it's activated, a record button appears. Try it out and see how it works. My organisation currently uses Google Forms. My organisation currently uses Google Forms. Respondents' answers will automatically be transposed into text and included in your dataset, along with a link to the original audio file. We can now add the next accessibility mode. Go back into the Build view and select Sign Language. At least one sign language needs to be activated for your survey, and this can be done by clicking the form header in the tree structure. If your survey supports multiple languages, multiple sign languages can also be activated. For this survey, we're just going to activate British Sign Language. Toggle this on now. We're now going to expand the pages and the sections in the tree structure so that we can add sign language videos to each question. You can expand the tree grid if that's helpful. Now let's go to the first question. Here we can see the option to add an 11-digit YouTube video ID for the sign language video that supports this question. These can be found in the training materials. Copy them from here and paste them into the relevant field. You'll now see a preview of the sign language video. You don't need to add anything into the parameters or play label fields. Now go through the rest of the questions, adding the relevant sign language videos. This can also be done for the introductory page and thank you page if you choose. Now select Test in the top menu, and this time select the sign language option in the test ribbon. You will see that when this option is activated, a sign language video appears above each question. Now let's go back into the build mode to add the other accessibility options. This time select the Easy Read mode. Again, you'll see the tree structure of your survey, but this time you'll also see an Easy Read version to the right hand side of it. It's possible to expand the grid structure if that's helpful. Make sure all the pages and sections are expanded so that all the questions are displayed. And let's go into this first question. It is possible to alter the question label and helper text for the Easy Read version, but this will mean that your survey data is not directly comparable. We strongly recommend that your underlying form is written in easy to understand language so that you ask everyone the same set of questions. It is helpful to add images to support the meaning of questions in the Easy Read version. This can be done by selecting Choose Media and uploading an image. You can now select the images that you've uploaded earlier. Multiple images can be uploaded at the same time. Once you've uploaded all the images, select the appropriate image for the question that you're editing and press Select. You'll see that the image will be previewed and an image icon will appear in the tree structure. You don't need to add an alternative text as the image is decorative. You can now go on and add the images for the remaining questions. It is possible to add Easy Read images for the introduction page and the thank you page, but this is covered in a separate guidance note. You can now go to the test view and activate the Easy Read mode to see how the Easy Read mode is presented. When your survey is live, the Read Aloud feature will also be activated in Easy Read mode. Now we can go back into the build view and add the last accessibility option, which is the Read Aloud. The Read Aloud feature reads the questions and options to survey respondents. It's available for respondents who prefer to listen to text rather than reading text. Let's go into the test view and I'll show you how it works. When the Read Aloud mode is activated, a blue Read Aloud button appears beside each question when the question has focus.
Did you like this survey? Hint. Please rate on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, where 5 stars means you loved it. Give a rate between 1 and 5 stars.
By default, the browser's built-in text-to-speech engine is used. This is available by default and has several advantages. Firstly, it requires no additional work from the survey builder, and it works really well in areas of poor or intermittent internet access. It's also able to read aloud a respondent's answer to a question.
You have given a rate of 1 out of 5 stars to Did you like this survey?
The disadvantage is that the voice can sound a bit robotic, particularly on old browsers, and for this reason we provide you with some additional options for the Read Aloud voice. If you go back into the build mode and select Read Aloud, and now if you click on Form in the tree structure, you'll see that you have the option to choose from a range of AI-generated voices. There are lots of options available for widely spoken languages and fewer options for less widely spoken languages. You can try a few out and choose the one that you want to use.
With Cloud Machine Learning, your application interprets images, texts and more.
application interprets images, texts and more.
Now again, expand the pages and the sections in the tree grid so that all the questions are presented, and click into the first question in section 1. At the top of the page, you'll be able to test how the question is currently being read aloud. Below this, you will see the type of voice which is being used. By default, this will be the browser-generated voice. Under Voice Settings, you'll be able to choose the voice that you want to use. You can upload an audio file. You can record your own voice. Or you can generate a voice using the AI voice which you have already selected. To do this, click Generate Voice. You can then listen to how the voice will sound.
Which survey tool does your organisation use the most? Optional.
If you want to use this, you can override the current voice with the new voice. Now generate a voice for the remaining questions. When you generate a voice, you will see a sound wave appear beside the question. You can also easily generate a voice for the introduction page and the thank you page. You have now added all the available accessibility options to your survey. You can go into the test view to see how they change the presentation of questions. Congratulations, you've completed the second training session. I hope you now feel confident adding accessibility options to your survey. There are some advanced features that we didn't cover, such as supporting multiple sign languages, and links to guidance notes on these features are available in the training guide for this session.